The first one is basic long division. So basic long division, well, you need to be aware it's not only division, but it's called long division. Okay, so there must be slightly different styles in doing that, but still it is categorized as division. Okay, before we do to cover about the long division, we have to just make sure we can do the kind of simple division which we have been doing every day. Like for example, say this example is telling us 27 divided by 4. You know what to do. What's the first thing? We have to find the quotient first. Okay, we have to find that quotient first. So what's the quotient? Well, we have to find that this number. Okay, so that number, which is the quotient, times by 4 should be less than or equal to 27. Okay, it can't be 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 3, whatever, but it should be 6 at this time. Okay, so because 4 times 6 is 24, and then the next number, well, 4 times 7 equals 28, which exceeds the question, so we can't do it. So therefore, we have to choose 6 as a quotient. Do you remember that, guys? Now, multiply them. Okay, multiply 4 and 6, you will get 24. Okay, now next thing that you have to do, well, what do you use to do? Yes, subtract them. Okay, so 27 minus 24. Okay, then what is it? It is 3. Okay, next question that you need to ask yourself is to whether we have to continue or stop it here. Say 3 is obviously less than 4, so therefore 3 is not divisible by 4. Therefore, we have to stop from this point. Then think about what you need to write. What's the result of this division, this simple division? It will be, 27 is a 4 times 6, and then plus the remainder, which is 3 in this case. Understand that, guys? Well, it's, this is not the main purpose of this lesson. However, we need to replicate all of the processes and ideas to perform the long division at this point. Okay, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so all of the process will be pretty much the same. Let's take an example like this one. We are asked to divide x squared plus 3x plus 3 by x plus 1. See, 27 is equivalent to this part. And then number 4, which is divisor, is equivalent to x plus 1. So all in the same place. Now, just be reminded how you get the number 6, which is less than this. For this time, you need to look at the first term. Okay, so what is the way? The way that you need to look at the x squared is say x squared times any number or any term will make x squared. So basically, that times this should be x squared. So what is it? Easy. Okay, it will be just x. Does it make sense? Okay. Okay. Now go back to the right hand side, guys. So be in mind how you get 24. Well, 24 is this times this is 24. We're going to do the same thing, exactly the same thing. So what we have to do now, x times x plus 1. Get it? Okay, do it then. So x times x will be x squared. X times 1 should be just simply x. Okay? Now what do you do now? We have to subtract. So we need to subtract here. So make sure even you do not have to write subtract notation every time, but it is subtract. Okay, so this minus this one. Well, x squared minus x squared will disappear. So that's always the case. Now 3x minus x, it will be 2x. Okay, it will be 2x. So you need to write 2x and carry on the remaining number. Okay, next thing here. So look back what we did over here. So in case of at the time you had 3. What did you ask yourself? So the question maybe it was, okay, we have to stop or continue. That was the question. Now we need to ask the same question for you. whether we need to continue, so 2x plus 3 and x plus 1, we can certainly divide this term expression by x plus 1 because same order, so we can still continue. Okay, so now look at the next term. So x times this will be 2x. What's your answer? Obviously 2. Okay, so x times 2 should be 2x. Okay, and then we need to perform it. Okay, 2 times x will be 2x. 2 times 1 becomes just 2. Okay, we need to do subtraction here. Say subtract again. Make sure you always subtract. So 2x minus 2x is disappeared. Good. And then 3 minus 2 is just 1. Easy. Okay, I think it's very easy enough. Then write your results. So please go back to what we have done here. So 27 equals the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. We will have to do exactly the same thing. Okay, I'll leave you, around in a few seconds to write your answer and then compare with the answer on the board over here. Okay, you guys ready? You must write like this one. Okay, so question is equal to divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. So they are all working together as we did in the numerical division, in the simple division. It will be exactly the same. Okay, so that is the good start and it's a good example. So we'll continue to the real question. Okay, so we will have 4 questions in this section. So the 4 questions will cover all 4 slightly different situations itself. Okay, let's go. Question 1. X squared minus 2x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. What do you have to do now? You have to write the format of the long division. Should be like this one. Okay, so always, you need to consider in writing a neat expression, right? Okay, do the same thing. So what do you do? So x times what is x squared? What is it? It should be x here. Okay. So x times x should be x squared. So that's what we have to find out. Then multiply them. So x plus 2 times x. So x gets multiplied. So it should be x squared plus 2x. Easy enough, guys. And then what have you done here? Well, subtract them. Okay, we need to subtract them. Okay, x squared minus x squared disappeared. Good. We are moving on. And minus 2x minus 2x, which is minus 2x minus 2x, which is obviously negative 4x, and plus 2. Easy? Okay, next step is x times what is negative 4x? What do you think? Negative 4. Easy. Okay, negative 4. Now, multiply negative 4 by x plus 2. It will come out negative 4x minus 8. Okay, so minus 4 minus 4x minus 4 times 2 will become negative 8. And then, as usual, guys, subtract them. Okay? So subtract the same thing. It's gone. 2 minus minus 8. Everyone, this is where most of my past students' silly mistake were coming from. Okay? So minus, say, minus makes plus. Okay? So it's actually 2 plus 8. It should be 10. Okay, just be careful at this point. And then write the result. How you doing? This is equals to the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. Easy peasy. Okay, so that's the first question. Okay, there won't be any kind of tricky questions in this question. And then we'll see a little further from question 1. Okay, let's do question 2 here. In question 2, yeah, little different. What's the difference? We used to divide. The question was monic. What was the monic? Leading coefficient was 1. That's what we did in the question 1. But this is non-monic. So it said not 1. It should be 3. It should be 4, or sometimes negative 5. So we're gonna see how we go. Okay. What was the first thing you have to write? The format of the long division. Now, same thing. So x times what is 3x squared? It is 3x. Okay, it should be 3x. And then multiply x minus 1, okay, x minus 1 times 3x. Write your answer first. I'll show you my answer a little later. Write it down. Okay. So that's 3x squared minus 3x. Easy, all get right, so that sounds good. And then what do? Subtract them. So 3x squared minus 3x squared, obviously nothing, so all gone. And then here again, okay, I told you about a few seconds ago, this is where lots of silly mistakes were coming from, but be careful, I don't want this to happen to you. Now, negative 2x, I want to write over here, negative 2x minus, and minus 3, okay, minus negative 3x. So that makes plus. Easy enough? So it's actually negative 2x plus 3x. So what is it? It's simply just x. Okay? So just be careful. I always recommend you guys to write clearly, the subtraction notation. Otherwise, people make mistakes. So people may just consider, oh, my negative 2x, negative 3x. It may have negative 5x. Don't misjudge. So this is a silly mistake, which is one of the popular silly mistakes. So please do not make that happen for you. Okay? And then 4 is carried over. Okay. Ask yourselves now, do we need to continue or stop it? Okay, some people may say stop it. No. Still, power is 1. The power is 1. Same power. We have to continue. Okay? So x times what is x? It's clearly 1. Okay? It's clearly 1. And multiply them. So x minus 1 times 1 is the same number. Okay, same term, x minus 1. And then make sure we got to subtract. X minus x is gone. 4 minus minus 1 is 5. Okay, 4 minus is 5. So write your answer. Easy. So the question is divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. That's it. Okay? How do you feel, guys? We just did a couple of questions. It's really not too hard. Okay, not too complicated, right? So if you cannot remember how you do, always try to write, the basic simple divisions. Likewise, 27 is divided by 4. See how you're going. Try to replicate. It should be okay. Okay, let's do question 3 then. Question 3, okay, well, this is a little different from question 1 and 2. So what are the main differences? The main difference is that compared to the question 1 and 2, they are just square, okay, quadratic. But now it's an x cubed, so a little higher than what we used to do, okay? So what's the first thing? Write the format of the long division, okay? Write the format of the long division, guys. Write it, okay, just write it, okay, same processes, okay? So x times what is x squared, also x cubed now? You should write x squared, okay? It must be x squared. So multiply them. So x plus 3 times x squared is simply x cubed plus 3x squared. Subtract them. X squared, gone. Now 7x squared, basically 7 minus 3 becomes 4x squared, and write the rest. Well, you're quite okay. Write plus 8 here. That's completely fine. It doesn't really matter. But I try to save my writing. That's all. Okay. Okay. And then what is the next step? So this next term should produce 4x squared by multiplying x. So what do you think? It should be 4x. Okay. It must be 4x here. Okay? So x plus 3 times 4x will come up 4x squared plus 12x. Okay, subtract them. Okay, subtract them. Now they disappeared. So negative 2x minus positive 12x. So what is it? So negative 14x. Okay, negative 14x plus 8. Easy. And then last term should be negative 14 because it's just 1. So negative 14. So multiply them and write down the result underneath here. It will be negative 14x minus 42. So 42 is coming from 14 times 3. Okay? Again, subtract them. They are disappeared. 8 minus 42, which is same as 8 plus 42. What do you think? 50. Write the result. That's what we want. Okay, it's not really hard at all. So that was question 3. Okay, that's the question 3. Okay, we move on to question 4. Right, wrong. Okay, little different from question 3. So what's the difference? Yeah, higher order plus non-monic. Say the leading coefficient is 2 rather than just 1. Okay, same thing. However, write the format of the long division. So think about what you need to write over here. So 2x times what is 2x cubed? Easy. It should be x squared. Okay, it must be x squared. Write it over. Okay, multiply them. Write the result. Okay, it's just the same thing. Okay, you kept on doing the same thing. So I don't think anyone is having any trouble for this one. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're doing quite well. Now, 5 minus 3 will make 2x squared, and take 1 down here, right? And then think about what you need right here. What is it? 2x times what is 2x squared? Yes, plus x. Okay, just a single x. So x times 2x plus 3. Say, what is it? 2x squared plus 3x squared. 3x, sorry. Take them away. Gone. Right on. Negative x minus 3x, what do you think? Negative 4x, and take 8 down. Okay, take negative 8 down. Always ask yourself, do you have to stop it or continue or whatever? Say, as I said again, it's the order of the divisor is 1, order of the remainder is now currently 1, so you have to continue. Okay, that's the question you ask yourself all the time. Okay, 2x times what is negative 4x? Yes, negative 2. So write them down over here. So make sure minus, so they are gone. So negative 8 minus 6, say, I will write over here, negative 8 minus 6, it becomes plus, it will be eventually negative 2. And then, do you need to stop or continue? Well, this is a constant. The divisor was a linear. You have to stop it because this is less than this one. I'm talking about the order of the polynomial, okay? So you have to stop it and write the final result. You should be able to get the result like this one. Okay, well, it's entirely up to your choice. You may want to factorize this a little further, but we'll cover this one in the following topics. Okay, so this is about the very basic long division. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys have good understanding and good fundamentals, so that we can carry on the next topic. Okay, I'll see you at the next lesson, guys. Okay, thanks, guys.